Hi, kindergartners. Welcome to Writer's Workshop. Today we are starting a new writing unit about persuasive writing. Persuasive writing is where we can find problems and come up with solutions using our writing. So we are going to learn that words are like magic wands. They can make amazing things happen. Have you ever noticed a problem? Think back to the classroom. I know in my classroom we had a problem with the glue sticks not getting the caps on all the way and the glue sticks being dried out. Same with the markers. We also had problems with maybe some friends were talking while the teacher was talking and you couldn't hear the directions. Maybe you noticed a problem of some friends not using their hallway manners and not walking in the hallway. Maybe you could even notice some problems at home. I know I have some problems here of friends not putting away their laundry, leaving their dishes in the sink, or getting their homework done on time. You don't have to just wish these problems away. You can write these problems away. Do you remember this story, Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type? In this story, the cows are using their words and their writing to get what they want. And Farmer Brown is using his writing to talk with the cows and tell them his opinions as well. Let's watch this and think if we can notice the problems that the cows are having and that Farmer Brown is having and how they use their writing to change things.
Click, clack, moo. Cows that type. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type, impossible. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. It was bad enough the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets. No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the barn door. Sorry, we're closed. No milk today. No milk today, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard the cows busy at work. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. The next day, he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. The cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed, no milk, no eggs. No eggs, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard them. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. Cows that type, hens on strike. Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. Dear cows and hens, There will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown. Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning. He handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door, and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come with the typewriter. The next morning, he got a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. Click, clack, quack. Click, clack, quack. Clickety-clack, quack.
Did you notice how the cows were able to persuade Farmer Brown to make their world a better place? They got those blankets, didn't they? Today, we are going to think about a problem. Could be a problem from school, could be a problem from home, could be a problem about outside. And we, as writers, are going to write to make the world better. So the first thing we have to do is think about a problem. And you're going to notice on our picture here for our anchor chart that this boy is noticing a student running in the hallway. Our next job is to think about how we can fix the problem. And you're going to notice these think bubbles. The boy is thinking about what he could do to remind that other student that he should walk in the hallway. And then our job is to write a lot. Do you notice all the different ways that we can write to make the world a better place? I see a sign. I see a letter. I see a book about how to walk in the hallway, a petition, which we're going to learn about later, and maybe a song or a poem. All great ways that we can write. Here's our anchor chart. Writers make the world a better place. They see a problem, they think about the problem, and they write a lot. So think about, what problems do you see around you? What ideas do you have to make things better? Let's get ready to use your writing to change the world. Now I'm going to show you an example. So I was thinking about a problem that I see at my house. And my problem that I'm noticing is that my family puts their dirty dishes in the sink instead of the dishwasher. I was trying to think then, how can I fix this? And I decided that one way I could fix this is I could write a sign to remind them to put dishes in the dishwasher. I could also write them a note to remind them. Here's what my note might look like. Please put your dishes in the dishwasher. I could also write them a letter. Dear family, please put your dishes in the dishwasher instead of the sink. Thank you, Mrs. Rose. I could also make a sign, and I could hang this near the sink. And it says, no to dishes in the sink, and yes to dishes in the dishwasher. Writers, today you get to make the world a better place. What problem can you think of that you could write about today? Remember, our first job is to see or think of a problem, and then think about how we could fix it. And then our last job is to write a lot. So many different choices for how you would like to write about your problem today. I know it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see what problems you are going to solve. Good luck today, writers. Please remember your best handwriting, capital letters, and punctuation at the end of sentences. And then remember, kindergartners, you are so good at stretching out words. We want to see how you stretch out those words when you're writing, not how mom and dad tell you to spell the words. So make sure, just like in the classroom, if there's a word you don't know how to spell, you are working hard to stretch it out and write down the sounds that you hear. Have a great day, writers.